This is part 3 of my embossing folder book thing, and it's almost done. It's looking pretty good. Do not remember where I left off. I hadn't put the pages in. I think that's right. I hadn't put the pages in. Okay, so I put the pages in. And I did like I planned. I just put them back to back. And if you remember, I had 6. Now I have 5. Okay, here's why. Even with the best planning, you know, sometimes you change your mind. I had all 6 in here, just like, you know, I had planned to. Put all the things in, and, you know, I was kind of waffling on whether or not I wanted to stick this in or not. And after I got all the folders in here and everything, I decided I wanted this in the book. So, you know, it was easy enough to make a pocket back here just out of a piece of paper. Just, you know, folded it to make gussets, glued it down, just right for this. But when I did that, this last page with the double folders, it was in the way. It wouldn't close. You can see that this takes up that whole space. So, yeah, I didn't really plan well. The pages actually ended up being thicker than I thought they would be. So the spine would really have been better to be wider. But you know what? It works. It's good. All I did was I cut that pair of pages out. I just glued down the little cut mark, and, you know, if you don't look at it too hard, it's not really that noticeable. And then I took those 2 pages that were already stuck together back to back, and I just glued them onto here. And I just glued the back one completely down because I didn't see any sense in trying to use that one because it would cause too much bulk up front. But it did, you know, I didn't lose that 6th pocket completely. I lost a half of it. But I think that worked out just fine. So now my book closes. Yes, it's a little fat, but it's not obscenely fat where it won't close at all. And it's perfect. On the upside, it worked. I have everything here. It's all together. I love it. On the downside, no room to grow. When I had that 6th double page in here, I had room to grow because I had a whole empty pocket. And, you know, if you're making something to store things in, if you make it to hold your stuff exactly, then it's already too small. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have room to grow. I have no clue if I'm gonna buy more of these. You know, I don't know. I haven't really started using them a lot yet, so I just have to wait and see how much I use them to see if I collect any more. But, you know, I should have a little bit of space. And I actually can probably get a couple more in here. You know, it's not completely full. It'll be a little fatter than I wanted, but, you know, if I end up loving it and collecting more, I'm going to need a much bigger book anyway, and then I'll just repurpose this to hold something else. But that was one, you know, we had a little amputation right there, but it healed nicely, and it was grafted onto another part of the body. So, yeah, we're in good shape. I have all my little things in here. Oh, except one. I forgot one. Now, why haven't I stuck it in there yet? Because I'll show you. And my little OCD mode took over, and I really like the way it turned out, but I'm like, okay, what plates are in here? I have no idea because I can't really see them. I have to pull them out. Well, I thought it would be cool to put a little tag that had a sample of which plates are in here so that I could pull this out and I could see, okay, those are the plates that are in this whole pocket area thing. So I did that, and I just fortunately had the foresight when I glued the pages together not to glue. I just glued these 2 sides, double stick tape actually, not glue, and it left a pocket. And I did the same thing for the one on the front. And these are just plain tags. I found these numbered tags. I found the graphic online, and I'm sorry, I didn't save where I found them. I just saved the graphic itself. But it's out there somewhere. I don't know. Check Graphics Fairy. But they're kind of a not really a beige, a cream, really kind of a manila color when you print them out. And the sheet just happened to have 6, so I printed out 1 through 6, and that way I know that, this goes in the 6th pocket, and so in case I pull out several tags, I know how to put them back. And then I just made a sample of the folder and stuck on the back. And I just, I did that for each one. Just very simple. Just like that. Just to make it more decorative, really. It's not a huge functional thing. But that's it. I put some of that plastic tape that I used on it. And where is it? Here it is. This is where it came from. I think I got this at Tuesday Morning or Marshall's or Ross, one of those places. It was a Martha Stewart deal, and it has these tapes on it, so that's what I used. And the only thing left to do now is to decorate the cover and figure out some kind of closure, because it does need to be held closed, otherwise these things are going to kind of fall out. So, for decorations on the front, I'm thinking, I have all these parts and pieces left over from, I just embossed little pieces of cardstock to use to glue onto the tags. And, I cut them to different sizes, so I've got some pieces left over. And I thought that I might color these. Oh, by the way, I used just rub-ons, those metallic rub-on waxy things to color it. That's what I used. So I thought I might, color these and make some kind of a little collage-y thing on the front. That still may happen, I don't know. Or I've got these flowers, and these used to be in a pot. I made a real pretty arrangement because I saw these on Pinterest, and so, had to try it, even though they don't match my house. But I decided I was over that, so I took it apart, and you can see it in that video on, it's like my favorite things, where I show some of my favorite craft stuff that I've made. I think these flowers are in that video. But I pulled them out, I took the arrangement apart, and so I've got tons of these flowers, and the colors really are not bad. They kind of go with my thing here, so I don't know, I might cut the stems off and just stick them all over. I'm not real sure yet. So I've got a couple options there. For the closure, okay, what I really wanted was a piece of that kind of round black elastic, you know the kind where you put the little thing here, you poke it there, and then you've got something here and it wraps around. You know what I'm saying. That's what I really want. Okay, I don't have any of that black elastic. I am not all about going out and buying something specifically for a project. I only buy stuff that's on clearance that I don't need. I never buy stuff that I actually do need. I just turn the stuff I don't need into the things that I do need. Oh, that's a little psychotic now that I think about it. Okay, anyway, I have this necklace. I make jewelry too, and I really like to buy junk jewelry, like from eBay. You can get huge boxes of junk jewelry for not very much. And this came in one of those boxes. It was just a necklace, a choker, a la 1982 probably. So it had, I've already kind of started taking it apart. I took some links off. I need those. Okay, this is the clasp part, and then I took these off. See, it fits like that. Get in there. There we go. Like that. And I'm thinking what I might do is, okay, this shiny gold, not working for me. I'm gonna distress this or, do something because it's just ugly. But after I do that, I'm thinking I might attach this, I don't know how, I might just put a little screw right there or something. Attach this right here. Attach this part back here. It's going to need something stronger than glue. It has to go through the cover, that much I know. So that it comes up like this, and here's this, and then I can just kind of buckle it closed. Make sense? You know, can you kind of see where I'm going with that? That's sort of my tentative plan, and it may all hinge on whether or not I can distress this enough. This is that cheap pot metal. You know, the stuff is like, it's deceiving, because you look at it and it's like, ooh, it's heavy, this must be really good. No, it isn't. I mean, you can see these links I pulled off with just a pair of needle nose pliers, and I can bend them with my fingers. It's crap metal, it really is. The downside to that is when you go to distress it, you can actually kind of disintegrate it in your hands if you mess with it too much. So I might just maybe kind of see if I can mix up something to cause it to make a patina, or maybe I'll just paint it. I could do that. I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure something out. That's my tentative plan for the closure and the covers. And I've got these beads. I made these because I watched a video from Jennibellie, because, you know, she's just awesome. We all know Jennibellie, right? Okay. I do. You know, she's like my close personal friend. She doesn't realize that, but she is. We're practically soulmates. But she made these little beads, and I can't remember what I used. I think they were crumpled up metallic, like candy wrapper papers. And yeah, I'm remembering now. She used maybe, I don't know if she used aluminum foil or the candy papers, and she painted it, and then she coated them with glue. And instead of glue, I dipped mine in embossing enamel. So they're nice and hard. You know, they're good, cool beads. And I don't know if I will use them on the book or how I will use them, but they kind of go. I was just noticing, you know, they kind of go. I made them at a totally different time than I made the paper, but evidently I was into the same paint colors at that time. So, I don't know. I might use those. I could put them on the cover. I could stick them on there. I'm not sure. That's just another thing I'm thinking about. So, I'm going to go think on it some more, try a few things, and then I will come back and show you how this little guy ends up. Speaking of Jennibellie, she has a new video. I'll try to remember to put the link down there. If, you know, for some strange reason you don't know who she is, you need to. And she's really appeals to me because she recycles everything. All of her projects, you know, you don't have to go out and buy anything special. She recycles, repurposes, reuses in very, very creative ways. And she did this one the other day, and she called it, oh, I don't remember, a beaded bauble or something wonderfully British like that. And it's just a little ornament that the inside is just wadded up plastic packaging wrapped with some, you know, Scotch tape. And then you, well, just go watch her video. I can't explain it. Just watch her video, and then you can make one exactly like this. And I just gathered up all kinds of beads and jewelry pieces and charms and junk, and I glued it on there, and it's just this adorable little ornament. I'm putting this one on my Hanukkah tree, and I really do love it. I'm going to make some more. They take a long time to make. They're kind of tedious, but not in a bad way. It's a good tedious thing, you know. And the only thing I did different from her is I didn't have excess bubble wrapping and plastic packaging that she used in hers. So inside mine is a couple of wadded up Kroger plastic grocery sacks. So that's what I used. And the other thing I did different, she used tacky glue to glue all of her things down. I don't have tacky glue, so I used that glossy accents stuff. That's what I used. I just did a little section at a time, put on some glossy accents, arrange your beads, then do another little section. You know, not difficult at all. And it was kind of fun collecting beads and trying to make them fit. You know, it's like a puzzle. Trying to find, okay, which bead is going to fit in that shaped hole. So, there you have it. So go and make a little bauble like Jennibellie, and then speak with a British accent all day, because that's what I did yesterday. And I will come back as soon as I have a clue about finishing this book off. So until then,